Where you at, bro? I'm pulling up, pulling up. Just spray the cutlass, I'm pulling up, pulling up. Already dressed, bro. I'm pulling up, pulling up. Just scooped the homie and we pulling up, pulling up.
What up, YouTube? This is the second episode of Pulling Up. As you see, my man's back here, Angel. That's Tinchi, handling the photos for us. Sorry if the lighting quality isn't the best. We try to give you a nice scenery, as you can see. Today on this episode, I got my man's. He actually has 3 cars, but he was only able to bring 2. And we're not gonna ask him to bring 3, because in order to bring 3, he has to be 3 people. We had him and his girl come. I mean, that's 2 out of 3. So we're gonna get into it. We have a S2000, we have an IS300. So my man's, he has 3 cars. He has his S2000, he has his IS300. A little background about both of them, that's what we're going to bring to you. He does have another one, which is going to be featured in a later episode, as soon as he gets the legal documents to get him back on the road. So before we get started, quick shout out to Wired on Honda. Super OG site. Man's flow me the t-shirt for the low. He appreciates what I do, I appreciate what he does. That's back when like you had to get on the internet and actually look at a blog site to see somebody's build. You can hop onto Instagram and just like one of their pictures, you actually interacted with the person. But such as a blog site back in the day, we're gonna get into these 2 builds. This one's relatively new. This one he's actually had for a little bit. So without further ado, let me introduce you to Mark. All right, welcome, episode number 2. What's going on, Mark? Thank you for pulling up. Hey man, this is our set. Thank you, Tinchi. No, this is our set. Episode 2, we got 2 cars here. Introduce us to the 2.
This is my IS300 2002 that I had over going on 4 years ago now. I really didn't do much to it, but besides some Japanese bumpers, front and rear, also with the lip, side skirts, and rear lip.
So we got a full kit on them?
Yes, with the Alteza grill.
So when you got this thing, was it completely stock?
Yes, completely stock. Paint was fading.
And you hooked them up, got them right. So when you got it, it was completely stock. You did everything, wheel, suspension.
Yes, I did everything myself. I really didn't know anything about the IS300s. It was a new thing for me. I grew up into Hondas and I wanted to try something different, so I got a Lexus.
Was this your dream Lexus, or was it just
I always liked them since that Super Street old school, the track one, the HKS one that came out.
Super Street. Did you read it or just look at the pictures?
I read.
You read it?
In it.
Because no one ever reads it, they just look at the pictures.
Yeah, I picked up some, I was going through a lot of wheels. I didn't know which ones to get because I didn't know the right fitment for the car. And I did a lot of research online. And I picked up some Vortex VR5s, staggered. And I went through those wheels. I'm not really going to get into the specs on that because I don't think it's worth it. But then I met some guy here in town named Tommy. Pretty cool guy. He had these SSRs in Goodyear, so I picked them up.
3-piece or 2-piece?
They're 3-piece, but they're welded.
Welded 3-piece, okay.
And he had them up for sale. They're 18s. They're staggered. 18 by 9.5 in the front, 18 by 10s in the rear. Offset in the front is plus 18 and the rear is plus 20s.
Nice stance. Are you comfortable with this stance? Are you happy with it? You need some adjustments?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I didn't want to go into all that camber and stuff because I didn't want to be riding on the side of the tire.
All right, so comfortable ride.
Yes, it is. It's my daily. I daily it every day.
Daily driven.
Stock motor. I just want it for dailies to get me to work and back home.
It ran, so why, alter it?
Yes, and just, just touched it up with the Altezza stuff from Japan, the Japanese parts. I just wanted to keep it like that.
Overnight parts from Japan?
Yes. One of my friends gets them, so shop here locally.
Okay. So is this a car show car as well?
I wouldn't consider it as a car show. I just made it for my own purposes.
Just really nice daily.
Yeah.
Nothing in the trunk, no air ride, static only?
Just, some CX racing, nothing fancy. They ride pretty good. I had no issues with them. They're smooth. Yeah, 2JZ, GTE, or a 1J. It don't matter. One of those. 5-speed. And also repainting it red or blue.
If you swap it, are you boosting it?
Yeah.
Of course. You have to boost it. Have to.
Donuts.
You get rowdy in this thing? You get active? You got hands?
I got a few sideways on it.
You got sideways?
I just gotta drop it down gear, but
But it's possible.
yes, it is possible.
Yes. All right. You got any small things that go unnoticed?
Nothing major, just cluster, Altezza cluster, that's mainly it.
So that's kilometers?
Yes, kilometers.
Because on the drive here, somebody didn't know how fast we were going. So the Altezza cluster. Anything else? Any small details?
Well, you don't really see them. True hard front upper control camber kits. Did I say that wrong?
True Heart?
Yeah.
Racing Heart? True Heart?
True hard.
True Heart. Front camber kits. Now, you know how many degrees you're running?
I'm running in the front, was it a 2.7? Negative 2.7?
In the rear? Any camber kits?
No, stock.
All stock in the rear?
As straight as possible I could get them, that's what.
And they're tucked?
Yep. Rolled though.
It's rolled. So you had the Lexus for how long did you say? 4 years?
Going on 4 years.
Going on 4 years?
Yeah.
All right, as we pan over to this daddy right here, what do we got going on here?
This is a 2002 Honda S2000.
Honda 2000?
It was one of my cars that I always wanted.
Dream car?
Yeah, one of them.
Dream car, one of them. A realistic dream car.
And it never looked nothing like this. It was pretty rough.
Now, I remember you getting this. This was somebody's hand-me-down?
It was one of my friend's cars, and he sold it to some guy here in another city in Chandler, and he just destroyed the car. Dents.
Mismatched body panels, I saw that.
No, the mismatch was because I replaced the front bumper into the ep2.
Oh, so you did the mismatchness.
I did, yeah. I was piecing it together, so.
All right, so it's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
And now he's all one color.
Yeah, I was piecing it together, and I picked up the ep2 bumper, and no, this is not a real CR lid, so I'm not gonna front that.
No, this is not a real CR lid.
It's
no front.
eBay, because I couldn't find the real one. So this is temporary for right now until I actually buy me a front bumper.
No flex, we appreciate it. Are you timing the helicopters? Are you flight control? Oh, you can't be scared of the camera. My man's is flight control right here. We actually have airplanes that are flying above us right now, and my man's here got the flight patterns down to a 3-minute interval, so we're not overlapping or you don't hear a airplane in the background. So shout out to my man's back there. All right, so moving on to the side. What do we got here? What are we working with? What are we sitting on?
We got some 17 by 10s with the 50 offset square setup. Yokohama Advents RS2s, limited editions.
Limited edition, why are they limited?
Because they were specifically designed for S2000s.
Specifically made, special order.
They only ran so much of these. I'm pretty sure they did another set on RZs. I'm pretty sure they did. And I got some authentic spoon fenders.
I bet you those ran you a pretty penny.
Yeah, if you want to see.
And what do we got back here?
This is a Shine spoon rep hardtop.
So it is a rep.
It's a replica of the actual spoon hardtop.
Okay, okay, nothing wrong with that.
I picked up the hardtop from the same guy I picked up my SSR's SP1s from locally, and he gave me a pretty good deal on it, so I picked it up.
Can't beat that. So you said this is one of your dream cars. Is this what you envisioned?
No, I didn't envision like this. I was more mainly to looking more stock and OEM, like parts on it. Since I got the car pretty beat up, it needed fenders, needed a bumper, it needed to be repainted. So I came across these. The same guy I bought the wheels off of, I came across the fenders. He had them laying there, and he asked me if I wanted them. So I said, yeah, I picked them up, got them off his hands.
So originally your idea was to keep this all stock, and now this is escalated into this.
Yeah, like it always does. But
are you happy with this look? Do you want to go back?
No, I'm happy with the look, but I would like to buy another one, a stock one.
And do it all over?
No, just OEM parts.
Just all OEM?
Yeah.
So is this a car show car? What kind of car are we working with right now?
Car show car. I just built it for myself. Yeah, I would like to put it in a car show just to see what happens.
You planning on winning anything, or is it just to pull up?
Just a show. Just a show.
Just to be in the environment of a car show?
Yes. And yeah, just to be around the people, you know, and see different cars.
Just to basically show off your style, show off your build?
Yeah, and see if anyone gets inspired by it. You know, like I always look at Google pictures and watch YouTube, you know, everything.
Nice, nice. So this is a relatively quick build. How long have you had this one?
I had it since March, in the beginning of this year in March, so
2017.
Yeah, going on like 9 months.
9 months. So this is a relatively quick build. Not really a long, prolonged 4 years like the Lexus.
I took the Lexus slow. I didn't really know what I wanted with that. This, I jumped into it because I know more about Hondas, so I know more about all the parts and everything.
Your background's Hondas?
Yeah.
How long?
Since I was 12. I'm 28 now. So.
Since you were 12? You were working on cars since you were 12?
I did my first engine swap when I was 14 in my CRA.
14? You had a car when you were 14?
Yeah, I traded my PlayStation and GameCube for it. So that's like a first, maybe.
PlayStations at that time were what?
It was a PS2 with like a stack of games and GameCube with a stack of games. And the car wasn't running. It was one of the baby blue color ones. And the engine,
HF, if I remember correct.
The what?
CR8, CRX, HF.
Yeah, it was when I was like 14. I was still going to high school. Yeah, that was my first car. The engine was no good, so I found the engine at the junkyard. My brother had me put it in.
At the age of 14, so you started young.
Yeah, my brother's the ones that got me into it, so.
Which they always are the influence. So don't trade your games in at GameStop. Just go trade for somebody with a car. Somebody's gonna give you a car for a whole bunch of games.
I just got lucky, I guess. You know.
Sometimes we get those picks. So what's one mod that goes unnoticed that you want to point out real quick?
I believe probably my side starts.
These little Johnnies right here?
Yeah, but that's pretty much in the Honda scene. A lot of details, little details that cost money that people put on their Hondas, like Civics to Integras, like gather stuff, moving and all that. These little details always go unnoticed.
You're a fan of Gathers?
Yes.
What about Spoon? I see you got a Spoon sticker right here.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Spoon. All the authentic stuff I'm a fan of. It just costs money to get, so you know.
Takes time.
Save up, buy it. You know, one thing at a time.
So let me ask you this: are you a car enthusiast, or are you just doing it just to do it?
I'm a car enthusiast, but I do it for myself.
You do it for yourself. You're not here to please nobody else.
No, just myself. I do what I like, what I want to do to my car, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Are you following the trend?
No, I wouldn't say I am. The trend probably right now is like track style.
Okay. Are you following track style, or are you just doing it because this is?
I have track wheels with needles on there.
So pop the hood. We got Spoon. We got the Mugen. Very nice touches. Very clean. Very simple. Not too many people are doing simple these days. So do you?
Also,
Sure,
I
world.
just wanted to mention something about the Mugen intake. When you buy this, it doesn't fit the stock hood. You have to cut out the piece at the bottom of the hood to make it fit.
Is that disclosed in the instructions when you install it?
No, they don't tell you anything. You gotta buy a Mugen hood to make it fit.
So the Mugen hood and the Mugen intake are hand in hand, not for the stock hood. Or else you're cutting away. All right, Mark, thank you for pulling up.
All right, man.
Appreciate you.
Where you at, bro? I'm pulling up, pulling up. Just spray the cutlass, I'm pulling up, pulling up. Already dressed, bro. I'm pulling up, pulling up. Just scooped a homie and we pulling up, pulling